You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So here's what's been unfolding. A huge political and media storm erupted after ABC suspended late-night host Jimmy Kimmel. The suspension came after he made remarks about the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, which many in Trump's circle found offensive. Kimmel had suggested that those around Kirk were trying to spin the suspect's political leanings, and he compared Donald Trump's response to Kirk's death to the way a child grieves a goldfish. While Kimmel did condemn the violence and sent condolences to Kirk's family, his monologue triggered intense backlash. Things escalated fast. The Federal Communications Commission, led by Trump appointee Brendan Carr, weighed in with sharp criticism. Carr described Kimmel's words as the sickest conduct possible, and hinted that broadcasters like ABC could face consequences if they didn't act. Soon after, ABC announced it was pulling Kimmel's show indefinitely. Some major affiliate groups, including Nexstar Media, refused to air his program, which added fuel to the controversy. Now, Donald Trump himself has jumped into the debate. Speaking aboard Air Force One, he claimed that the majority of television networks were biased against him, citing a figure of 97% negative coverage. He then suggested that perhaps networks that consistently oppose him should have their licenses revoked. Although the FCC does not directly license entire networks, but rather individual broadcast stations, Trump's comments have stirred fears of political pressure being used against the media. The fallout has been massive. Writers, actors, and even former President Barack Obama have condemned Kimmel's suspension, warning that it represents an alarming step toward censorship. Obama accused the Trump administration of weaponizing regulation to silence voices it doesn't like. Comedians like Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert used their own shows to mock what they see as creeping authoritarianism, with Stewart joking about being a patriotically obedient host, and Colbert bluntly calling the suspension blatant censorship. Actor Ben Stiller and Hack star Gene Smart expressed their shock, while the Writers Guild of America and Screen Actors Guild called the move a violation of free speech rights. Not everyone agrees, though. Some argue that what happened wasn't censorship at all, but simply consequences for Kimmel's words. Conservative figures like Dave Portnoy and Piers Morgan said the outrage was understandable, insisting that offensive comments can rightly lead to suspension. Meanwhile, legal experts have pointed out that the First Amendment would likely prevent the FCC from taking away licenses for political reasons, though the climate of intimidation is being closely watched. Maria Ressa, the Nobel Peace Prize-winning journalist known for her fight for press freedom in the Philippines, even weighed in. She warned that what's happening in the U.S. looks eerily similar to the tactics used under authoritarian rule elsewhere. She cautioned Americans that if rights aren't defended now, they can be lost quickly and are much harder to win back. So at its heart, this whole saga isn't just about Jimmy Kimmel or a late-night show. It's become a flashpoint in the debate over media freedom, government power, and whether free speech in America is being quietly chipped away. And with political leaders, celebrities, and media companies all locked into the battle, this controversy is far from over. Stay subscribed for more videos.